Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's chapter 23 of Rapid Fate Online, and this one's titled Butterfly and Kirito. Wait, you said suddenly as you recognised the name. Kirito? You looked up above his head to double check his name, and sure enough it was him. Same black fidget spinner outfit too. He cocked his head at you, waiting for you to continue. To be honest, everyone was waiting for you to speak again, as you just seemed to be in shock about something. Sorry, you suddenly blurted out. Your name just sounds familiar. I think I read something that you wrote online. I think it was called something like Handy Tips When Diving in RFO, and it said that you were an ex-Sayo player. Kirito and Asuna here beat the game. They ended the saga of Sayo, Butterfly said calmly. Whoa, really? You gasped. So you guys are like, famous? Oh, I wouldn't say that, Asuna said with a sweat-dropped look. We're just happy to be alive, and that Sayo is in the past. But we were stuck in the game for 2 years, so it's hard to give it up completely, hence why we're back in this full dive system. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you both, he said politely. Say, Butterfly, Kirito said, turning his attention to your man. I hear your name around a lot. You're currently top rank, correct? Yes, Butterfly replied hesitantly. But definitely not as good as you. Oh, come on. You can't say that without actually having a duel, Kirito replied playfully. In-game we'll let the swords decide. Kirito, Asuna groaned. Can you just leave it for once in your life? Let me have this one, Asuna. It's been ages since I had a good duel, he replied as he looked from his girl back to Butterfly with a wry smile pulling at his lips. What do you say, Butterfly? Okay. Awesome. We'll let the girls go and chat then, hey? Then we can have some fun, he said, swinging his arms around a bit and rolling his shoulders to loosen them up. Come with me. Asuna looked above your head to see your name. On? I'll show you the house next to ours, and then we can sit and chat while these boys play with their toys. Asuna gave Kirito a wink, and he gave her a cheeky smile in return, as well as the peace sign as he stretched. Then you two walked up to the house. Is it a good idea to let them fight? You asked Asuna as you both walked away. Oh, they'll be fine. Kirito probably just wants to suss out your boyfriend? Well, we're not official yet. Like, we have kissed a few times and he's admitted he likes me and I like him, but we haven't actually talked about making anything official, he replied sheepishly. Why not make it official? Asuna asked. Well, I only know him in-game. I don't know who he is in real life. I will let you in on a secret, though. I think I do actually know him in real life, and I think he's in my class at school. How exciting! Asuna squealed. So are you going to talk to him in real life and see if he's the same person here in-game? Well, I'm a bit hesitant to ask, just in case he doesn't actually like me back in real life and only likes me in-game. Which I know sounds kind of weird, you said with a grimaced look on your face. No, not weird at all. Kirito and I fell in love and married in Sayo before we had even met in real life. But the thing with Sayo was we were playing the game as ourselves. We looked exactly like we did in real life, so when Kirito and I met in the real world, we knew who each other was straight away because we looked the same. This game would be a bit different though. Wait, you married in Sayo? You asked incredulously. Yes, Asuna replied dreamily. You can marry an RFO too. I think I need to meet Butterfly in real life first though and start dating there, then maybe take the next steps in RFO, he replied. I understand, she said with a smile. Before I show you the house, did you want to watch our boys in action? I love watching Kirito fight. He looks so cool. Well, I've only ever seen Butterfly duel once, and he ended it so quickly I didn't even see him use his whip sword. Butterfly wields a chain whip sword? Asuna gasped with awe. Yes, is that a bad thing? You asked. No, not at all, but I really want to see this duel now. Kirito is very quick, but can he predict the movements of a chain whip sword? I'm not sure, you mused. I'd like to see Kirito fight too, seeing as you two fought and ended Sayo. Let's sit up here though, I don't want to be a distraction to them, Asuna said as she led you to a clearing that had both boys in plain sight. Hey, I'm still very new to gaming, so you might need to tell me what's going on, you said shyly. Sorry if I come across as a complete noob. You're not a noob. Noobs think they know everything when they don't. But you know that you're new and are willing to learn. That's what we call a noob. Noob and noobs are different. And noobs are way better than noobs, she said with a grin. Yura and Asuna's attention were then drawn to the voices of Butterfly and Kirito as they prepared for a battle. You ready for this fight to be over in 3 seconds? Kirito asked with playful smugness in his voice. Oh, that's longer than I expected. I'll have it ended in 2, Butterfly replied as he pulled his hood over his head, a smirk just visible from underneath. Ho ho! I like your confidence, Kirito replied with a chuckle. This is going to be fun. Asuna groaned and softly with a smile. These 2 boys are evenly matched already. You can tell? Even without them having drawn their weapons yet? You asked. The battle begins with the exchange of words before the duel commences, Asuna said knowingly as a twinkle flickered in her eyes. Watch on, they're about to start. He looked back at the boys and saw that Kirito had drawn his sword, his left hand up in front while he held his black sword back in his right hand, as if he were preparing for a swing attack. Butterfly reached his right arm across his body and held his hand on the hilt of his sword, keeping it sheathed while he summoned a small round shield from his storage unit to his left arm. You saw Kirito lean forward ever so slightly, then he shot forwards and disappeared, moving at lightning speed towards his opponent. At the same time as Kirito moved, Butterfly unsheathed his sword and a loud whip crack sounded, coupled with a blinding light that engulfed the dueling players. I swear to you on my love of chai, when I have enough money to pay for parts of stories to be animated, this is getting animated because I want to see this actually happen. Kirito and Tamaki dueling it out. Until then, stay tuned for the next chapter, chapter 24, coming tomorrow.